What's up, guys? It's Michael Chappelle, and today I have a public announcement. In a world full of sin, it's normalized. Not many people are in tune with nature. Too many people are quick to judge. No one can take anybody's word for it. Everything is up for question. How many people you know that is word is bond? I mean, if they say it, they'll do it. Everyone is centered at a observer perception. Everyone is quick to point fingers. Our leaders in the world can't even take accountability for any. So much misinformation and a cancel culture for all those who've been striped of their amendment. I usually don't like talking about politics, but someone has to talk on a touchy subject. Our freedom of speech right now is being tested. As the people, the society, now I could dive into the whys and what's going on and show a lot of proof, but this is not the video for that. Things I have is research. Research is a skill. You have to be so precise on your keywords, especially with all the misinformation out there. It comes a time when we allow the law to push onto us that doesn't sense the greater good in each and one of us. Let's examine 10 ways how our government is changing our rights in front of our eyes. Number 1, law. 10 amendments have given us the freedom as we know it today, as in America before the pandemic. But let's go back when we was kings. I want y'all to imagine this. Let's say you're a king or queen, and you build a kingdom and conquer land, and you're a ruler of your peasants, aka us. Before you can have order over your people, you have to build a system. Through chaos, you destroy villages, languages, and you build your own religion. Central banks, ideologies. Whoever doesn't follow can be banished from town, punished, or thrown in jail. Or even worse, the guillotine. To step out of line, you're stepping out of the system. It will not work. They shall not read and understand their values because of their will wanting power for their own lives and hope more out of life. Double psychology. To keep them dumbed down and confused of what they have within inside. Fast forward today, we have gave over as a people too much of our own power to a system that has mislead us and keep us in loopholes. This game they play with the politics, it's all part of the facade. Rather if you left or right, the art of war. We all know divide and conquer. Two parties under the same nation. How does dividing our country with votes is solving anything? It's separating us. This system is flawed. They are the ones that bring us our rights so we can follow them. But they can change it on any time their thoughts change, their ideology about how our laws are how we should be. And those same ones, they can do some unlawful things and get away with it. Number 2, money. So in God we trust. I'm not religious, but believe whatever you want to believe. In the state we are in right now, everyone can agree that God is all possibilities. Whoever holds the most money can play God, have all possibilities, no limitations on what you can do. We hold so much value on this paper. Let's clearly look at the state of this world, top 1%. It's simple to change the world and make an impact. And quote, I'm not saying every billionaire, but it's greed, the love of money, rotting in many hearts. This country bloodline. I can go deep into many problems when there's so many solutions to all our problems in the world. What we see from the world, that's what we are, literally, our reality. I have a way not just to help many, but actually help all, and make a universal money for everyone. In the wrong hands, this could be very, very dangerous. I'm talking about changing the whole infrastructure. And this will be exactly what they need to start what they need. We have been stuck and not evolving and want to do more with ourselves, but are held by this one thing, limitation. Money is the root of all evil for a reason. If we had universal money, fairly, where no one has to worry about bills, no one has to worry about all these different things to survive in civilization. We're about to head into something where a whole new type of era of internet, and we can call this meta. And this could make us or break us. Central banks, the spread of a private company that actually is just taking over the world, going in different countries. As much as this bank monopolizes itself over land, you see the cause of everything. Think about it. I'm not trying to come off as a conspiracy theorist. I'm looking at reality. And you can see it if you look closely and become aware. Because how I came up with these collusions is just looking around and understanding and analyzing people's lives. I could also put research and information, but I'll prefer you do your own research. And there's another, but those are for different videos. The state of a country is bad. Actually, the world. Number 6, cancellation is unlawful. As an observer, we all can come up with a hypothesis into our own conclusion on what's right for us. Canceling an individual's opinion, our rights are being played with. This is the whole reason why comedians don't talk about politics. Through the years, television have been censored so long. Couldn't even say the smallest cuss words. Now it's open for all these different things. But we didn't give the rights to that until the government changed their mind of what they thought was right for our children and for us as a people and the society. I can say the guns rights, the right to bear arms, but when you take that from someone, then give it back to them, it becomes a whole different problem. Number 7, ideals of people. For the people, our ideas never get met. Tired of asking and voting for the same things, the things that we need to change. Instead, so they get to choose what's right for us. It's just like the government is full of children. The government is a house ran by children. Everything's premature and not thought through. Down to handling money and coming up with solutions and problems. Coming up with solutions for our problems. Why is it that we can only come up with quick fixes, never really resolving the problem in the first place, but creating problems? The economy we know is dying. I'm not a scientist, but I know not handling these problems hands-on. Not handling these problems hands-on from the source of the problem, just gonna create more problems in the future. You're spending too much money worrying about the small things. The right to bear arms. That was already in the 10 Amendments until y'all pulled it. Then y'all put it back in there. Now it's creating something else. Now, as a black guy, I know how many people get fooled for thinking they already have a gun and pulling out a wallet and they get shot. That's not gonna be me. I'm not gonna be no stereotypic black guy on the street getting shot for a real gun when I have the right to bear arms. You understand what I'm saying? Now it's more dangerous and they have something to go back on it. Oh, he really had a gun though. Even if I had the right to. We're moving backwards into the Wild Wild West. 8. Judgment. I understand why we need rules and structure. Because that simple fact makes us civilized. But when it comes to the rich, even when they're wrong, they can easily get better lawyers, get bonds, bails, and not even get a slap on the wrist just because money talks. You see what I'm saying? A big company can make a product and it can make people sick and kill millions. We're not going to uphold the owner of that business accountable. He can hide behind his brand, aka business. Number 9, USA is a corporation. USA is built on the back of it. It's society. We don't work the USA, United States fault. We are owned by the country. We are the product. It was corrupt, corporate, corrupt from the start. We are on the verge of being slaves. Or Sally slave. I know people touchy about that word. Everything we make or buy is taxed. We stimulate the economy. Low rating kills interest rates. Corporate ladders seem impossible to climb. Everything is raising in price while minimum wage stay the same for generations. Inflation is at an all-time high. Sad that infrastructure will fall. Small businesses will go bankrupt just so it can be placed with the government's ideals. Number 10, the FAIR Act. This law protects pro-choice, competition in our society. But even since the pandemic, small businesses are failing and going out of business. Large companies are turning into monopolies. Very hard for competition. Hard for new upcoming businesses to even compete. Mom and dad grocery stores can't compete with Walmart or Whole Foods. This is killing people's dreams, aka American dreams. And it's becoming late because those huge businesses are just moving into other economy, other countries, and all around the world. Businesses are struggling to even make sales or even to scale. I'm concerned with the way of the world. I hope this can make you understand my frustration of our governments and our rights. If I missed something, feel free to leave it in the comments. Like something that we don't think about, but we have allowed them to take our freedom away. We can change the world with these conversations. If y'all like this type of stuff, please leave a like, share, comment, and please subscribe. And don't forget that notification button because I will be pumping out stuff like this all the time. This is Michael from Pivot. This is my message. Please share, and together we can make a difference and make an impact.